I feel like Kag is like pretty deeply discussed because there's a lot of complaining about her and a lot of questioning. Like the Kag down players were sort of infamous in the early parts of Rising. I'm not about Vanilla, but in Rising, the first like 8 months or something, the meme was always that like Kag players thought their character was like bottom 5, but she was actually insane. So I feel like this character is pretty well discussed. I'll tell you that I do have one big question mark for me, where we'll talk about the things that I know that are strong about Kag and like some of the problems with her. But again, I have kind of alluded to it a couple times throughout this road to master. But there's some higher level. That means it's still ongoing though. I feel like it is a lot less often that you see, like, Kag is pretty widely accepted to be like very strong. And if anything, who's like, I don't know who like the most like publicly visible Kag is anymore, but it might be Elsa now, who is like, I mean, Elsa is like, has Kag in like the top 5. To be fair, Elsa has all of their characters in the top, like the 4 characters that Elsa play are like the top tier in their tier list, right? Like it's like it's like Versuja, Kag, Catalina, Nier, or something like that are the top 4. It's like Elsa very much capes for the characters they play. But Kag, I mean, Kag is pretty widely considered to be good now, I think. And why? I mean, very simply, Kag, I actually am going to try to do this one in under 20 minutes, okay? I'm going to challenge myself. We're already a minute 30 in from that intro, so I have 18 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm gonna go quick, okay? Buttons are good. She almost has the Zeta weakness, and that she has this really big, really nice far M. And you might be like, well, that's going to cause her the same problem as Zeta, where she might not be able to like keep people out once they're inside that range. But nope, 2M is 8 frames, right? 2M is 8 frames, and it's still very big. It can hit at later frames if you space it. It can be like 9 or even 10. But it's very big, very nice defensive tool, right? 2U up close is also, I believe, 7? Yeah. Right, so she has good defensive tools up close. She does not have the Zeta problem. So instead, she just ends up with really good buttons, right? Her far M is very nice. 6 active frames, not a lot of recovery, right? Good range, like great range for a medium. Same thing with 2M without the active frames. Her far H, obviously, is Cagliostro far H. This is one of the best far H's in the game. Now, I say one of, because that's a very, very crowded category, right? There are a lot of amazing far H's. So Kag's is amazing, but like I don't know if it's the best. There's a lot of really crazy ones, but it's crazy, right? Multi-hit, which is good against things like Vasaraga Armor, Catalina Light Wall, Zeta Rhapsody, lots of very strong moves. Struggle with multi-hits. It is, you know, it's good range. It's like a nice high hitbox, so it can actually anti-air decently well. It's 6 active frames, 18 recovery frames is relatively little for a far H. This Kag far H has been talked to death, right? 9 startup frames as well. Like it's been talked to death. This button's amazing. But yeah, her mediums are also good. Her far L is like pretty decent as well. It's not gonna really whiff on crouchers very often at all. It's got a good hitbox for it. Her 2U is good. Like her buttons are all just kind of nice. Her close buttons are okay. Her close M is minus on block. Her close H is 9 frames and a multi-hit, which I personally don't fuck with that much. I consider multi-hit close H's. It's nice for hit confirming, but it's like kind of a weakness because you usually get worse shit on counter hits. But Kag can still do things like this into trap, into whatever, right? So she's fine. But in general, I would rather a single hit close H. But yeah, her buttons overall are pretty exceptional. Air buttons too, you know, not a great cross-up button. Her JL is a cross-up button, which is eh. But you know, JM's a nice air to air, JH is a nice jump button, right? Like JU charging the rock can be a nice air stall. Her 5U also, I didn't use this at all, but she also, like, you know, she has a more traditional projectile if she wants. And the charge, to my understanding, blocks projectiles. So like, you know, she can do this if you just throw like your light fireball at this. If I just try to like bring Catalina in here, for example. Zeta hates Kag's multi-hits. Yep. Like if she just does that, right? The charge protects me from fireballs too. So like she has like an actual regular projectile. And it's actually quite a good one too if you charge it up, and you can kind of like fireball drive rush behind it at the higher levels. While also having spear, which is a very crazy move in and of itself, right? So she gets the benefits of kind of the non-standard projectile like spear, while also still maintaining a standard one. So this is very, very nice, right? Blocks during spike startup too. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, it appears in front of her. Yeah. The fact it blocks fireballs when she uses spear is wild. Yeah, so this 5U is also very nice, right? Yeah, I mean, traps are traps. They're insane. I've talked multiple times during the master run about how, like, you know, this situation where like Kag has the traps in front of you and she's running at you and like she has a knockdown so you can't just stop her. This is horrendous, right? Because the Kag 5U versus Vikala, who's better? Is this like a real question? Oh, actually no, Burger's the biggest down player in the world, I forgot. But yeah, like, this is insane, because the risk reward here is just die or die. Right? It's just die or die. Either you get thrown, right? Oh, I have set the throw tech. Either you get thrown, and like if you don't throw tech, right? You get thrown, and she like combos off of her back throw into just your entire fucking life bar. Or if you decide to, if you're an idiot and you decide to delay tech, right? Then she's gonna walk up here and get counter hit close H, and then once again, your entire fucking life bar is gonna disappear, and the traps are still gonna fucking feature in the combo too. Don't you worry, right? You can still like do something like this and like side swap you into the traps, and you're still gonna eat the traps. You can't avoid them. So like this is some of the scariest offense in the entire game. And her reward off just everything. Throw, if she does something like this, the reward off overhead is insane. Right, like Kag with these traps up just has like some of the scariest offense in the entire game. If not, if for one thing, maybe the strongest, scariest offense in the entire game. And for one thing that I don't fully understand well enough to explain, but I want to bring up at the end. So yeah, traps are awesome. Obviously, U-trap is also amazing. Functions as an air stall. It also, you know, it's a quick acting trap that's much bigger, so it's a lot harder to like neutral skip past these. Where a lot of things like Willness Knee or like the Diva U Lariat or things like that, or like Seox Dash might be fast enough to just like run over these traps and make it so they don't activate in time. They kind of like by the time they activate, the character's already gone. Like this is so fast that it'll catch everything. There's no way to get past this, you know, besides teleporting through it, essentially. And yeah, so Trap's amazing. Spike is maybe even better, probably not. Trap is genuinely like character defining, though Spike kind of is too. Like Spike is just a fireball, right? It's again, it's just, you know, you kind of put it underneath people. It's a combo extender. It's not bad. It's not bad, sir. Medium Spike is crazy because it's a fireball that starts a combo, which is certainly interesting. It's a fireball she can combo off of, which is, you know, that's something they gave her for sure. It's also only -1 on block, and then someone said this is one of the best medium specials in the game. Yeah, no, it is, right? What is this? Why when she gets this hit on her fireball does she start a combo off her? What is? And it's not even, this isn't even EX, man. She can just keep doing this over and over and over again, right? I mean, God forbid she has a fucking trap up as well, right? Like, you know, obviously there's gonna be spacing that I don't fully, let me see, it's like probably there or something, right? If she has a trap up as well, it's like, goodbye, motherfucker. I hope you enjoyed your free trial of life, because it's over now. So this move is insane. H-Spike is an amazing combo tool in the corner. The launch on this, it's a little slower, but like the launch on this, like even her far M, like everything will combo off this. This is like a super generous launch that you can use for a lot of different stuff. It gives her so much like combo freedom. Very, very nice. You can 2H off of it even, right? So H-Spike is also good. U-Spike is just very much a full screen like call-out option, and also very good, right? Almost all of these, like every version of all of her skills so far is kind of nuts, right? Teleport is, this move is more of a gimmick in a lot of ways, but still, you can be like in the moment, you can be tricky with this as far as like, especially like things like this combined into that for someone like waiting to this 2H you out of it, or like be slightly tricky with the spacing where you're not quite like in their 2H range. It's a fixed distance that it teleports. And obviously H teleport is a real good move. It's plus on block and also quite the nice throw bait. It'll whiff on crouchers, but not if they're hitting a button, and you get a full combo if it lands. It also allows for her to do a lot of, you know, very disgusting like side swap bullshit as well, which means that Cagliostro's reward on defense tends to be very high also. So the teleports are quite good. Her DP is not very good. As far as UDPs go, her DP is not very good. She doesn't have a meterless one, and even the metered one is very minus on block, and the Air OK version is not even a DP. It's more of, I mean, it's maybe a combo tool, I don't know. So we found like the first thing in Kag's kit that's like not great. This is DP, as far as UDPs go, it's pretty bad. It's like -30 on block. It's not quite like UL or something, but it's still pretty horrible. And then Alexandria's a Lariat. It's a combo extender, but again, it's nice, right? This is like more of a, this is a filler move, right? Like it allows, you know, it confirms, it allows for, you know, getting combos, things like that. It's not insane. Why is it bad? Short hitbox? The hitbox isn't horrible, but it's more that it's extremely minus on block compared to a lot of UDPs. Like if I have Kag do this, right? She's -40. Whereas, for example, I mean, Catalina UDP is also pretty minus as far as UDPs go, and it's -28. Like there are safer UDPs than Cat UDP, and it's still 12 frames safer. Something like Belial UDP, for example, is like -11 or some stupid shit like that, or like Zoe. So like it's quite unsafe, and the hitbox is also not, you know, not as amazing. But yeah, this is more of this like it's a confirm tool, a combo tool. The U version will get you a wall bounce from like pretty far away. Like it might even do it from here. Yeah, it's actually it has some room to spare there too, right? So the U version is pretty nice for converting into those corner combos and like putting you in this horrible Cagliostro situation. But Alexandria is probably the least, you know, like inspiring move in her kits. The -40 is to account for the run-up punish, though. No, I mean, you don't need to be -40 for that. Anyone who's like 6/6H punishing it, for example, needs -16. You can like jump and punish it. You can get like a jumping starter on that shit, is how minus it is. Matera can like set butterfly and activate it probably. But yeah, so like her specials overall are kind of also exceptional, right? Character has great buttons, a great 5U, great specials, 2 amazing specials possibly. She's kind of, you know, she's kind of good like everywhere. Not having a meterless DP obviously sucks. I guess like her mid-screen is not super inspiring without traps, actually, is another like genuine weakness, right? Like without traps, you know, 3,500 off auto combo, it's not the worst. If she gets crouching confirmed, she can at least extend with stuff like this, right? And then that's certainly much nicer. But yeah, like stuff off like this. I mean, this isn't like really this isn't that bad. It's kind of average. Most characters get like 2,400 off a far M. Like even this bitch is gonna do that, right? Like it's a handful of characters that can extend off a far M meterlessly for extra damage. But the thing with Kag, I suppose, is that she doesn't have like a metered way to extend her combos either, right? Like this can work in certain cases, but not all the time. So like her mid-screen, again, like, you know, where Cat, for example, she is the same as far as just doing this, right? Cat can obviously do that as well, right? Which is going to be, like, if she wants to spend the meter, she can get way better combos that Cagliostro doesn't really have access to. So that's kind of a weakness as well, is that, you know, even with meter, she doesn't really get anything in the mid-screen unless she wants to Raging Strike. Or obviously, unless she has traps up, in which case her mid-screen is actually kind of fucking absurd, right? It's kind of ridiculous. You trap? Can you do, like, this work? No. Not even on crouching auto combo. Probably like this you could do, but yeah. I mean, at that point, I mean, if you got counter hit close H, you can just do this. So there's no need, right? So yeah, she doesn't really have a metered way to extend her combos, which is a weakness, right? Her mid-screen is going to be pretty, like, bad. Without, like, pretty bad. Like, it is, you know, we're talking, like, Siegfried level here. Like, there's sort of 4 tiers of mid-screen, I think. There is 1, you know, like, the base level is no good confirms meterless and no good confirms metered. Like, you need Raging Strike. And then there's 2 situationally good confirms meterless or metered, like maybe off like, you know, certain starters, like in Kag's case, you have like auto combo, like at least you can get like, if you get crouching auto combo, you get a little bit more, right, which is nice. And then you have like good metered combo extender. I guess there's sort of 2 separations there too. Does your metered combo extender launch or not? If it launches, it's probably worse. And then you have like just insane like meterless damage, and that's your characters like Willness, like EX Narmaya, like what's her install Vera is in there. Obviously, like Blade Level 5 Lucilius. Nears, I don't think you can count as resourceless because it uses the death, but you know, like those characters, like the sort of the cream of the crop. But yeah, Kag sits somewhere in that like sort of second to third like lowest tier, where she gets like situationally her mid screen can be good even meterless if she gets like, if she has a good crouching confirm. Like Sieg, for example, does not have a crouching confirm, right? If we compare to Sieg, Sieg kind of gets his like bum ass mid screen like all the time. But he doesn't have a crouching confirm. But situationally, off certain counter hits and stuff like that, Sieg gets like 7k damage off his far H, right? So he's like similar to Kag in that sense, but his situation is maybe a little bit harder to come by. But yeah, her mid screen's not great, right? Obviously, with traps up, it's, you know, it's more than great. I don't know the best thing to do here, but you know, even that, right? 5,500 meterless mid screen is insane. I see you're playing Kag. Have you received your copy of Bad Internet? It should come free with the character. Yeah. But yeah, so those are kind of the 2 main weaknesses, I would say, for Kag, is that she's, in the corner, she's fine without traps. In the corner, she can often set the traps up mid-combo, so it doesn't even matter, right? You can do, like, some shit like this, that, this, and, you know, into super or something. Or you can even, off the H spike launch, you can even, like, 2H into traps, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. I could have sworn you, maybe, does it have to be standing? There's no way, right? No way that makes a difference. I did it earlier, I promise. I could have sworn it was a thing. Maybe I'm a silly guy. Maybe I have to be like, oh, it was the counter hit spike itself is where it worked. Yeah. You could. But anyway, point is, in the corner she doesn't need the traps, but in the mid screen she does, right? Yeah. So there's one thing. So I'm running out of time, and I want to keep this under 20 minutes because I want to you know, prove to myself that I can. So the one thing I think that is like, so all of this to me makes a very strong character. You know, really like good throw bait, like pretty decent zoning, like very oppressive offense, things like that. I don't know that by itself it's enough for me to be like, oh, Kag is a top tier, because the top tier is pretty stacked. However, there was one thing, and I wish I had this setup like on hand. It was not complicated, but it was. I rated Elsa one time, and I was watching their stream, and they did like throw into, I think, like M trap place teleport or something like that, and this like beat everything. It was the world's simplest setup. It was the world's simplest setup. I forget. It was something. It started off throw. I remember that. It was like throw into this, into that, or something. And like if you mashed, it's L trap MTP. I'm pretty sure. Oh, go. That sounds right actually. That sounds right. Yeah, L trap MTP. Yeah, and this was like if you blocked it. Like if she does this and then L trap MTP, right? If you block it, she's +7. If you delay tech, the trap beats both delay techs. If you jump, I think, again, she's plus enough to either kill you or the trap gets you. I think you can't jump on wake up there. If you DP, it whiffs through her teleport, so you just whiff your DP. I think it loses to 2L mash. You can 2-2H instead. I could have sworn I saw also was fighting a Willness, and it beat, like, every option they could do on wake up. Like, I asked, I don't think it loses to 2L mash. I think 2L mash whiffs through the teleport, and then while she's, you know, recovering from the teleport, the trap hits you and you die. So this is so oppressive.
What's the matter?
Maybe I'm missing something. You can super jump if she has 50 meter, you get 623 U'd. Interesting, okay. But like I literally asked Elsa, like, what do you do about that? And they were like, I don't know. I'm spamming it in ranked so somebody finds the answer. Since then, like, I don't know if she found like the counterplay or something like that. A setup without H skills so it's loopable? Yes, exactly, right? This is just like throw into boom, and she can throw loop you here, right? Like you can also, if you're scared of, I believe, if I remember correctly, if you're scared of M, yeah, she can throw you before the trap goes off too. So, this is a looping 50-50, man. Yeah, I asked Elsa, so like, I was like, oh, that's a crazy setup. So like, what do they do about that? And she was like, I don't know. So, I don't fucking know, man. This is one of the most oppressive situations in the entire game. It's a looping 50-50. She said, not my problem. Something like that. It was something like that. But this is a looping 50-50 that is completely resourceless. And like, the throw obviously is less reward, but the throw also loops you right back into the same problem. Whereas if you do anything else and get hit, you're eating a full combo. This is top tier shit. On top of everything else that she already has, having an unironic, like, resourceless, looping 50-50, I mean, resource positive, right? Having an unironic resource positive looping 50-50 that is incredibly low risk and incredibly high reward. Like, it's not even like taking a risk. DP loses, mash loses, throw tech loses, block loses. Like, block is the best thing to do, right? Block is the best thing to do because at least then, why I say that, no, but she can just throw you and you loop again. Yeah, no. So, this is top tier. Like, combined, like, that, when I saw that, this is why, like, when I say, like, I don't really care about how top players perform with characters in terms of, like, tournament results. What I do care about is when top players show me something, because Elsa obviously counts, right? When top players show me something that I didn't know a character could do. That's where, like, watching tournaments or watching just high-level players, stuff like that, can, like, that's where it can change my opinion on the character. I don't give a fuck if Elsa, like, wins Arc World Tour with Cagliostro. I don't really mind. But if in the process, I see some crazy shit, I'm like, oh, I didn't know she could do that. So, with everything else she has, and this setup, I think Gag is absolutely a top-tier character. A lot of Elsa's characters, I mean, mostly Nier, I think she kind of upplays just because she plays them. I don't think Nier is anywhere close to top tier, but at first, I was like, Kag's good, but like, it's more Elsa upplay. Nah, man, I think this character is unironically, like, I have kind of two top tiers, like a low top tier and a high top tier. I don't know. She's in there somewhere. This character's insane, I think, is what I discovered. Like, this setup is kind of what's, this whole opinion is hinging on this setup. If someone finds, like, an OS that beats this or something and makes it at least, like, decent risk-reward again, then we can talk. Until then, Cagliostro is just win the RPS. Can you even? Like, there is no RPS. MTP beats everything. It beats throw and strike and block. There's no RPS. It's just hold that shit. I guess the RPS is, do you throw tech or not? Because she might just throw you. But, like, that's not even RPS, man. Right? Like, if you're right, you throw tech, and if you lose, you eat a full combo. It's not even RPS. Like, there's nothing you can do that beats Cagliostro here. I mean, I guess you can mash. I guess it's... No, but... Yeah, I guess you can mash. Right? If you mash and you hit her and she doesn't MTP, and she's going for the throw. I suppose. You have to wake up mash against this, I think. Hopefully you can mash in time for... I mean, actually, that's a good... Does it even work? We're over 20 minutes, but just barely. If we finish before 21, I'll count it, okay? If I ever counter on wake up with like 2L. Right? And I go bonk. Bonk. I have to go for a throw. Sorry, I have to go for a throw. Okay, yeah. Wake up mash if she throws, you're right. Yeah. So, like... This is top tier. That's a top tier character. Top... top 7, 6, 5, 8. Who cares? Who cares? She's insanely strong. This character is actually ridiculously powerful, I think, is my outcome from this Masters run. Even more than I thought.